Welcome back. I fucked that intro up just a little bit, but it's great to see everyone again. Tonio, how's it hanging, man? What's going on?
Found out I had a herniated disc. Came from this surgery, man. Life is good, Life is
Yeah.
good. Medical retirement is looking to be on the horizon. I'm hoping to qualify for 100% disability as well. So hey, no, and we probably about to go to war soon too. So let me just go and get up out of here, man.
Yeah, just see you guys later. Appreciate the time.
Thank
What about
you.
you, Matt?
Thank
No
y'all for
herniated
y'all
discs?
service. I appreciate y'all.
I'm thinking about tossing myself down my 3 flights of stairs and seeing what I can get out of that.
Might be better than a herniated disc, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, hopefully
Or
a foot gets
busted
caught in one of
ass.
the railings.
Yeah.
No, you just slide down like a skateboarder, dude.
A little fifth floor visit too, so
Yeah.
you'll get to see some shit because the medicine they
Yeah.
probably gonna put you on probably gonna have you out of this world. So yeah,
Hey,
What about
better
you,
than being
Christian?
here.
You taking any medicine?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm still employed. Healthy as far as I know. Family's good, so no complaints. I'm doing good.
There we go. See, I love the saying of no complaints because it's like, dude, I can find something to complain about.
yeah.
You got-
Right.
See, that's why I was just like,
You're just not going to air them right now.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, man. We're going to start episode 55 of Brick Shots with Billy Antonio a little differently than we have in the past. Christian's Corner is going to heat this last puppy up. Now, I know last week was a big one. That was nobody was ready for any of those. So can't wait to see what he has this week. Christian, go ahead.
So we got 4 topics. We can hit them quick, get them out the way. Everybody, say what you need to say in your picks. First off, we'll start off with I'm gonna give you 5 guys. You rate the 3
Not the burger joint.
from fastest to slowest, in your opinion. But you got 5 to choose from. We got Chris Johnson, Devin Hester, Deion Sanders, Tyreek Hill, DeAnthony Thomas.
Go, Matt.
I'm going to say Chris Johnson 1,
Ooh.
Deion 2, Tyreek 3.
You want me to go, Billy?
Yeah, I can go. I'm going to go Tyreek number 1, CJ 2002 with Dion at 3.
See, I ain't gonna disrespect the legend, especially after he just blessed my school like that. Anybody that get out and do his 40 in a warm up and then hop back in the limo to get back on the jet, that's definitely number 1. I definitely got CJ 2K number 2, and I got Tyreek number 3.
Cool.
What was that, Matt?
I was going to say, but wasn't Deion's 40, like, it was never an official time, so it was always just speculation.
Yeah,
Right.
But they speculated it like a 419.
Yeah, but that was like in the 80s where they couldn't even couldn't even count to 12.
He didn't say what era, Matt. He just said the person, so I'm going off.
Yeah, but those stopwatches.
Matt, I'm going off what I heard. Them boys said, hey, we ain't never seen nothing like it. Grease lightning. Hey,
what I heard is he ain't fast no more with those 4 toes he's got.
got 8. Don't disrespect the living. Shout out, Prime.
Respect. Christian, what about you, dude?
I think I'm gonna go Deion, Chris Johnson, Tyreek Hill. I really want to put Devin Hester in there, but hey, somebody's got to be 4th and 5th.
So my thing with Devin Hester, I don't.
You got some fucking hate.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be hate, but was he was probably the fastest side to side guy. And then his upfield, he was still fast. But I don't think in a one shot, especially because he was a returner, right? Like how many times was it just a straightaway where he just would run? He still had to make those cuts and stuff and avoid some.
Right.
But like a Tyreek Hill, I've seen 100 times just
True.
something. Same, and again, that's same with Deion. Why? Because I've never seen Deion either. Because his back pedal is probably absolutely the fastest that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Some of the quickest feet. Now, speed, I was just answering the question properly, I think.
I don't know. I feel like we done seen a couple pick sixes in straight lines and he leave everybody.
I seen them hot step from the 50.
But,
That's
but
all
you
I
got
need
you
to
got
see.
everyone going that way.
Yeah,
and
that's where
he
the
catching
picks-
it, and he's against the grain instantly.
I mean, I really don't feel like it was too many people on the field that were gonna catch him regardless, man. If they was coming his way.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was still a great athlete, but I think what sold me on Chris Johnson is the play. I don't remember who they're playing, but I know it was a home game where it was like a sweep to the outside, and Chris Johnson was kind of getting funneled out of bounds. But instead of going out of bounds, he stopped, reversed, ran back about 10 yards, cut over about 5, and then just sprinted down the field and was just gone. And I was just like, how is that even possible? You run up the field 10 yards, you're like, I'm going to go out of bounds. Nah, I'm going to turn back around and then
Right.
flip the field and just run around everybody. That, to me,
Chris
was
Johnson
just
definitely had some burners.
disgusting.
What you got net for, Chris?
Better pass rusher. Derek Thomas, Von Miller.
Ooh.
I'm going to go first. Just recency bias, but then also he started his own camp, Von Miller Pass Rushing Clinic. I think Von is just by far one of the best to ever do it. Obviously, both are, but Von is just – if he would have been able to stay healthy and not have 2 ACL tears, it'd be incredible what he's put up.
Yes. I would say if we're just going who's the best pass rusher, end of question, it's Von Miller. But the best overall edge rusher would be Derek Thomas.
I hate to be a bandwagoner, but yeah, I'm going with pass rush. I'm going with Von Miller.
Okay, that was quick. We're gonna stay with pass rushers.
You didn't answer the question. Christian,
JJ Watt, Julius Peppers.
hold on.
And we're taking them in their prime.
I'm pausing. You didn't answer the question, Christian.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
You
My answer to the question, I'm gonna go Von Miller as well. I'm gonna go Von Miller as well.
All right, man.
Kids, any kids that are watching this, don't do drugs.
Hey, man, I'm gonna take back them allegations for that Ciroc bottle. That's definitely a Ciroc bottle.
Has to be.
That's not water.
Hey,
That
players
ain't
fuck
water
up from
play,
time to time.
motherfucking Grey Goose,
Players do
baby.
fuck up.
I'm going Julius Peppers.
Fuck JJ Watt. I'll never pick him. Julius Peppers.
Matt, you gonna make it 3 for 3?
I'm going JJ Watt just because his 5-year span, we've never seen anything like it. So,
Yes, we have. Aaron Donald.
no, we haven't. Not 3 defensive players of the year in 4 years.
Did he earn all 3 of those? Not a chance.
Yes.
He paid for it.
Bingo.
Billy, what's the head on Watt?
Yeah, cut.
Okay, so it's like this, like he plays like a wrestle character, right? Like a WWE character. Okay. And it's just like, that's enough, dude. Stop. Second thing. So he did the fundraiser for Hurricane Harvey when it hit Houston, right? Which is a good thing. But
When he sucked.
he was already sucking. But he used a fundraising company in Red Cross to where he could have used any company in the world, right? But Red Cross, for any donations they receive, 57 cents of that doesn't get seen for the donation. So you're only donating 43 cents for every dollar that you donate. He could have used so many other avenues and used one that donated 100% of what JJ Watt were to have raised.
Oh, wow.
I just hate that we have this knowledge where we can see that, and that's what you're going to use because it's like the big popular one to do.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I heard about it but didn't really read too much into it.
Yeah.
But you explained that to me. Now I understand what it was talking about.
Hate him. I hate him.
Y'all want to move on to the last one?
You gotta pick, Christian. You're part of it.
He didn't hear
And my pick, I'm gonna go with JJ Watt. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people either forgot what he did or just didn't appreciate it much. But what he did in those 3-4 year span shit was unbelievable.
So okay, so let's say if he had, so let's keep his 3-4 in the prime, like you said, right?
All right.
If let's say instead of getting hurt, if he just had a bad season, would he still be as revered as he is, or because he got hurt and we weren't able to see it.
I think
he can still be revered because he had those fucked up seasons, but his final season he had 10 or 12 sacks this year where he was healthy and he's like here. But before that, it was like he had like 22 and a half sacks, won Defensive Player of the Year. Down year, 14 sacks, didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. Then like 17 and 18 sacks and won Defensive Player of the Year both those years. It was like, how the fuck, like your down year's 14 sacks? Get out of here, dude.
No, good point. I like that too. And he was in the pass game. If he didn't get a sack, the way he would get his arms up, how he would be in the right place at the right time. Absolutely.
Right. Also, one of the best Hard Knock clips of all time. It was like, I want Watt in there. I want Watt in there. And then JJ was like on the sidelines getting water, out of breath. And then they throw him in the goal line. He fucking pancakes one of their best tackles, smacks the running back in the backfield, throws his helmet on the ground. He's like, that's why you put me in the game. And just kept screaming that. And I was like, I mean, I don't really like you, but that was fucking incredible.
I guess we got robbed of never really seeing J.J. Watt at his prime and Brian Cushing at his. They were both always injured.
Well, Cushing, he injured himself because he did so many steroids. He didn't care to just smash a helmet into his head and hurt himself.
Yeah.
Next subject, I'm tired of all this J.J. Watt nut, right?
Last one, and I think it'll probably be y'all's favorite. Y'all give me the top 5 NBA players of all time.
Oh shit.
That's too hard.
Well, let me start it off. I'm gonna give y'all my 5. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal.
That was in order.
And that's in order.
Oh yeah, come on.
Why are y'all laughing? Go ahead. Next person. Damn, I get dissed on my own segment. That's crazy.
God damn.
No respect.
I'll fuck with it. I got list pretty similar actually. I got LeBron James, the greatest player of all time, because come on, we don't need to talk about nothing else.
Real quick before you finish, I think when it's all said and done, LeBron will make that jump for me. But right now, he's still playing here there.
He got to lead the league. He got to lead the NBA in scoring. Be number 4 in assists. Be top 10 in 3.
Let him retire, and then let's have this conversation.
So
I think it's already set in stone. Just
So you got, hold on, real fast. You can only answer this in one sentence. What is the next thing LeBron needs? He just has to retire, is what you're saying, to become.
Basically, maybe that sounds stupid, but
no, because you don't want to have the greatest of all time still playing.
In a way, right?
So then Tom Brady's not the best of all time because he was still.
No, he's retired.
Yeah, now he's retired. Yeah, right. It's set in stone.
That's it.
Even before when he was playing, I had him there, but
Peyton Manning's still better.
Everybody had him go. Peyton Manning's not better than fuck Tom. Let's not get into that. Let's get on Christian corner.
Sorry.
I got LeBron James. Then I got Michael / Kobe. I'm gonna do a slash, but they same person.
Don't do a slash. Come on, play the game.
It's my fucking list, Billy. It's my goddamn list. I want to give Shaquille O'Neal the respect he deserves and put him as 3rd because that's the most dominant force we've ever seen, and we'll never see nothing like that. Damn, 4 or 5. I'm gonna go. I don't really like Kareem for real. Be talking about, but I can't disrespect him. I'm gonna go Kareem at 4, and my 5th is gonna be video game numbers himself, Wilt Chamberlain, Mr. 20K, and not 20K points. That's 20K for another reason. If you know, you know. that's women. 20,000.
Otto Porter Jr. Definitely one of his grandkids.
Yes.
Matt, it's on you.
All right. So I'm gonna go 1. A little bias here. I'm not gonna argue it. Kobe. 2, LeBron. I feel like all-time scorer. You're gonna pass Michael. Before this season, I probably would have said Michael. But then Michael 3, the old MJ. 4, I'm gonna say Shaq. 5, Tim Duncan.
Ooh,
Yeah, very good.
The big fundamental.
Big fundamental. So Matt, I'm gonna sound like a copycat because I'm going last, so it's kind of hard too. But LeBron James, he's the best basketball player we've ever seen. Not your favorite. He's the best basketball player we've ever seen. Number 2, Kobe Bryant. He did more with a lot less than Michael had to deal with. But I'm going to put Michael at 3. I'm not silly. I understand 6 for 6 is still an incredible stat. We're not going to argue that. Number 4 is Shaq. And again, it just sounds like I'm ripping Matt off. But again, the most dominant force we've ever seen in the game of basketball. Number 5, I'm not going Tim Duncan. I'm going Dirk Nowitzki because his overall game was better than Tim Duncan's. I'm sorry.
Hey, Billy. Hey, do me a favor.
What's that?
Give yourself one real quick for number 5.
I'll give myself one, right?
I ain't mad at it, but come on, bro. You skipped a lot of people.
Yeah.
To put Dirk in there?
You skipped a lot of people. It's your top 5, but you skipped a lot of people.
I'm just my thing is look what Dirk did. So it took LeBron collapsing in the finals for us to see what Dirk was able to do, right? Like again with.
See, but that's the thing though. Everybody always goes to the LeBron, but not remembering Dirk beat the hell out of Kobe them. Like beat the hell out of them. Like,
I'm saying, yeah.
But I get it. I don't number 5 get it. I don't get it, but I get it.
And his statue is fucking sweet as fuck.
I seen this stat. I think it was like this morning or maybe yesterday. I think it's the best team in the NBA right now. Their winning percentage is less than Tim Duncan's career winning percentage.
Yeah.
So this season's winning percentage is less than his entire career.
Buccaneers is at 7-17 and Tim Duncan's career is 7-19. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I respect your number 5 way more than I do Billy's, but it's Billy's number 5. And I respect Billy. So there we go. Billy, let's transition. What are we going to next, man?
Matthew, did you watch any of the World Baseball Classic this week?
Absolutely. Did you?
I caught literally like it was pretty cool because I caught the last. The only thing I saw was Shohei strikeout.
Time out.
Okay.
Hold on, Matt. Billy, why you ain't had me a Christian if we watched it?
Because it's Matt's segment.
Yeah, but still.
I would have asked you, but he asked me, so I asked him if he did.
The transition was going to Matt.
Yeah, well, I get it, but you don't.
And I know y'all didn't watch it.
You see that?
Well, speaking of, the championship game happened last night. But Tonio and Chris, did you watch any of the World Baseball Classic beforehand?
Yeah, it was pretty good to me.
Yeah, was it? All right.
I told you we were rooting for the Dominican Republic. They don't remember, Chris. I told them those people look like us.
Dominican Republic.
They got put out way early, but you know,
that's when you start watching it.
He didn't start watching it, man. Tonio,
I'm trying to. You didn't say shit.
Well,
I live with baseball vicariously through Miggy. So if Miggy watched it, I saw it.
Well,
I got you.
I just hit a couple of highlights here. So Trey Turner did one of the most American things of all time. Made a lot of American memes, videos happen on the internet. Not sure if you've seen it, but it was the bottom or top of the 8th inning. We were losing. I believe it was to Team Mexico, and Trey Turner came up, bases loaded, smacked a grand slam to win the game. Can't win the game in the 8th inning, but that ended up being the game winner. Ended up being one of the most American things of all time. And then Team Mexico went on to beat Team Cuba. And then we went to the championship game versus Japan, versus Shohei Ohtani. All the Japanese greats that I can't pronounce their names, saved my life. But there's like Yu Darvish, and then that's about it. There was a Newt Footbar. He played for Japan, doesn't speak any Japanese, but they loved him. But the game was really close. It was 3-1 for a while. Kyle Schwarber, I believe in the bottom of the 7th or top of the 7th, came up, smacked a home run. America was alive again. Everybody was screaming. Kyle Schwarber just fucking cranked. Everyone knew it was going to be a home run. He kept fouling balls off, barely missing home runs. And then they just left him a slider. He dinged it into the upper deck. It was fucking nuts, like a 450-foot home run, huge bomb. Thought we were going to gain the momentum there. Didn't happen. And then it came down to teammate on teammate. Shohei versus Mike Trout, 2 best players in baseball on possibly the worst team. Makes no goddamn sense at all. But he showed that he's now the best player in baseball, and Mike Trout is now number 2. So that's how it happened. Struck him out.
I watched
won 3-2.
every second of that. You know how I know, Billy?
How's
He struck Mike Trout out. Am I wrong, Matt?
I mean, that's really all it came down to.
Exactly. There you go. You put that in your pipe and smoke it. Man, let's get on.
But
Oh,
I was gonna say baseball does start in a week though, regular season.
Oh shit! Well, game 1 out of 600. Let's go.
162. Take it easy.
On to bigger disappointments other than game 600 out of 1,020. Y'all brackets. Damn. Matt put us in the brackets, man, and was beating the shit out of us until every number one he had went down. Matt,
but I'm still in there. I'm still hanging in there. I was beating the shit out of you, and every number one went down, and I'm only down by 10 points.
Hey,
I'm still surviving.
Man.
I'm still surviving.
I got 2 teams that can make it. You don't got but one.
Hey, that's all I need. If it wins, I win. And Christian wins. But that's besides the point.
well, no, because you and Antonio both have Bama winning.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought Christian. I don't know what you guys'
Nah,
names are. It's
I
like
had Kansas.
QMR
Christian
and
has
fucking
Kansas.
ESPN fan.
Christian,
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Christian has Kansas, and Billy has Kansas as well.
What are you guys' names? I know Bailey's, but it's like ESPN fan and QMR or something. Who the fuck are
That
you
was
guys?
mine. The CMR.
Oh, CMR.
Yeah,
And then it's
Okay.
Quantes.
That makes sense.
and
Steve
then
Christian.
Quant is literally us. Like, it's literally us, bro. Christian Robertson and my fucking legal name. So like, but you only know.
Is it? Billy, is yours Bill or ESPN fan? Well, I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
because I
something
can-
completely different.
I could only change the other name. I couldn't change like the ESPN fan thing.
Oh, well, I
Because
knew
that's
those
the
two were
bracket
winning.
that
I don't know why
I did mine before y'all.
better ask Matt. How long ago did you make that shit?
Oh, I've had an ESPN account since I could walk.
But let's get into it, man. Like, how, are these powerhouses like? I don't know. Are powerhouses falling?
It's
I
the
think-
talent pool, man. I really think a lot of these kids that are no stars coming out of high school are way better than they were back then. Where now we're not seeing Kentucky, North Carolina, Duke, fucking Kansas into the Sweet 16 for the first time ever since the tournament happened.
And
So
it's
it's like
crazy because North Carolina didn't even get in. Like
that's what I'm saying though. It's like where you look at a school like Purdue, who obviously shit the fucking bed.
The
But
last 3
now
years.
we literally just saw 3 years ago a 16 seed take down a number 1 seed, and I think it's a sign of things to come. Like it's just gonna keep happening.
and not to get off subject, but that's what Dion was saying about HBCU ball and basketball first and then football. Like, hey, bro, some of these kids gonna come up and just play at these schools and gonna be good. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I saw in the women's side, Norfolk State, HBCU, they was in the tournament, and I was like, what the fuck? But they was there.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy as hell. If you think in the grand scheme of things, like, bro, Norfolk State, because I know they hoop. I've been to a couple games up there. I know they hoop, but you think about like these powerhouses like South Carolina and fucking Gonzaga and all that shit. Then you think about Norfolk State, but hey, here they go, and they making noise, and it's crazy. Oh, shout out to Ole Miss, big upsets. Ole Miss women, big upsets. We ain't gotta get into it, but man, I think college basketball. I seen something interesting, and I know we don't talk about this dude, but I want to ask you. So the Bayless that will remain nameless on here, he said that he watched college March Madness not only for that powerhouse and the shit like that, but to see drafting players to see how good they look, like ready to come out. How you think? I feel like it's some validness to that because it's like bruh, you can have a great game individually, but then a team will still come out and bust your ass, like all together. Like it's because. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, so it's like the biggest one that comes to mind that isn't playing at a powerhouse is probably Ben Simmons when he was with LSU.
Yeah,
and he played obviously really great, and the rest of LSU was not any good. So they were bounced really early from the tournament. So it's like I think that's a valid point. I think that's pretty interesting, but it's like I'm watching it for college basketball, not necessarily like because you know who's gonna go. Like all these who is that kid from what's his name?
He plays there now.
No. It was a while ago. He got a bunch of hype because he took
Jimmer Fredette.
Jimmer Fredette. Like we knew this dude was going to be nothing, but he had a great tournament, and then his draft stock just super increased. And it's like, well, hold on, why? Like he just had this great stretch.
I don't lie, bro. Jimmer was pulling that hole in college. He was pulling that motherfucker everywhere.
But the thing about college basketball is like, yeah, all these teams are good, and they just go through the motions until March when it fucking matters, and then that's other players from different colleges. Normally, a player or two on Michigan State always shows up, and they're always a 5 to 8 seed, and the next thing you know, they're in the Final Four every year. Yeah. Or once in a while, you'll get fucking Trey Burke from Michigan just go off, win National Player of the Year, like shit like that. Like it just happens. Like that's just college basketball doesn't mean anything until March.
Let me ask you this: is the era of the great teams? When is the last time we seen a team with 5 big name players or 3 big name players win the tourney? It's been a minute, bro. Like,
I don't think it's ever going to happen again.
I don't think it is because you got to think about. Let's go back to as late as the Zion team. For college, that team was fucking loaded.
Yeah.
That team was loaded, and they Elite 8 and out.
Yep. To Michigan State, to Matt's point.
Yeah. But Kyrie win? No,
because he was hurt.
Yeah. Memphis, Derrick Rose didn't win. They lost Mario Thomas. Yeah,
they went to the Natty.
They went. Did AD didn't win? I think AD didn't win.
Yeah, that was the last perfect season we saw.
Yeah, I think that was the last time we would see.
But that was AD, Boogie,
Nerlens Noel, I think, was on that team.
Oh, not Boogie, Nerlens Noel. Thank you.
Yeah, Boogie played for some Memphis.
And then they had, I think they had Brandon Knight. Maybe no, that was.
I don't know. Either way, bro, I feel like
Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah.
I feel like
they had a good guard.
No.
They had a good,
we're missing one more big Malik Monk.
I think he's a little after.
But anyway, yeah, I feel
like the era of let me get 5 stars, put them out on the floor, and we're gonna win it all. I think that shit's done.
No. Once Coach K retired, that retired.
Because think about it too. Think about the Fab Five. Not to go back to Michigan, but if you look at the Fab Five, the way they were able to market all of them together, that's not the way it's working anymore. It's all about you and your brand and your shoe and all that. I just don't think it's going to work anymore. Like I said too, that's why I think these 1 seeds, 2, these powerhouses of teams, right, in college basketball, it's just not going to happen anymore.
True. I agree.
Because even looking at Purdue, right? So as the number 1 seed, they only have 1 4-star starter. That's it. The rest are 3 stars.
Yeah.
But
college, Billy, where we going next?
So I want to move on to the NBA and let's talk about Ja's return. Tonio, what are your thoughts on that?
Suspended 8 games. Total of 10, 11 games total. Like I told you, man.
Up 30 million.
Yeah, he lost money.
He's lost
the Powerade deal. Nike kept him, so that's a blessing. Learn his lesson, maybe, hopefully, or to just stay off social media with shit. Like, hey, you gonna do some dumb shit? Just don't post it. Like I told you, that gun was too small for me to be mad at anything. I think that, like I said, as a father, T. Morant, hey, bro, enjoy life with your son. You get to go to every game on the road with your son. I ain't mad at that. But come on, bro. Still be a daddy. Hey, you see him getting out of line. I ain't telling you take your belt off and just be like, boy, nah, I ain't saying that. But I'm like, hey, you ain't gonna do that dumbass shit in front of me. Like, that's easy to say.
Yeah. What's up, Christian?
Well, I was going to say, do y'all think the punishment was too light?
Yes.
Like, was it really so a publicity stunt? Hey, let's show that we're doing something, or are they really trying to get him help? Because if he's really trying to get help, I don't think you can fix that in a week.
So
he didn't even stay a week. He was like 2 days, and he's like, I'm out.
Or that over the weekend. You can't fix something that fast if it's really a problem.
I mean, but that goes back to, is it a problem or is that his lifestyle? Is that who he was? But like, can you fix 18 to 23 years of what I've been?
My thing is, that's what I wanted to say is that Ja said that he needed a mental break. Like he didn't know how to deal with his mental health and stuff like that. If like let's say the NBA did it, I wouldn't have a problem with 3 days. Like if the NBA made him do it, but the fact that Ja came out and said, I need to do this, and then himself not take it seriously or like take it seriously, right? Or at least show that like, hey, I'm going to try to do all these things to where it's going to help his image on top of also the NBA's image. Cause like we can't just act like that's not a real image that they want to portray also. Right. But you can come and say, I need help. I need to go get some help and I'm going to do that. And then when you get the minimum amount of help you can get, be like, oh, that was enough. Okay. No, you have to be able to take it seriously because also, what's not going to talk about this? And then the name of the guy just really slipped my mind. So for the Powerade ad that they pulled, there was a rapper from Memphis that also got the deal, but because Ja fucked it up, he missed out on all that money too. So it's not just affecting Ja at this point. Now it's affecting all these other people. And then think about the advertising guy that got Ja to do it, right? So he was probably going to get a sweet bonus and all that shit. Gone now. He's probably never going to be able to excel at Powerade either. So it's like now your mental health break that you needed is affecting all these other people on top of now you're just acting like it's nothing. And we just need to be like, all right, Ja's ready to play. Let's go. That's my only problem with it. Matt,
see mine too. Same thing.
Before you go, Matt, the rapper that Billy was looking for is NLE Chopper.
Thank you.
No, I think like along the lines like what you're saying, Billy, is if the NBA made him go to this and he didn't say that he needed help, like if you say you need help, like that should be a while, at least a couple weeks, not like on Tuesday you come out Thursday like, all right, I'm ready to go. Like shit doesn't change in a day or two. Maybe like if you didn't need a break for a day, just don't say anything. Just don't talk to anybody for a day. Like that's all it really needs to happen. Like you say you need a break, like take that break and don't talk to people for an extended period of time. But I think 8 games, like I think it's good enough because he's not going to win any of those awards like All Pro or anything anymore because that extended time. There's 8-game suspension. He's already missed however many games before that kind of pulled him out of All Pro or.
I don't think you can make an All Pro if you get a suspension for anything.
I'm not sure about that either, but it was like All Pro or something else. If he made it,
I don't know,
like a $30 million bonus that he got.
I feel
like he won't get it. So it's like, he's already missed 12, 15 games. And then he's already losing $30 million. I think it's close enough to good on the suspension side, but like if you need a break, like you got to take that break.
I feel like you can still win an award. Draymond gets suspended for a game every year with the text, and he's still first.
Hey, what award is he winning?
First team all defense.
Dylan Brooks' head award.
Speaking of, that's a great segue, Matt, without you even knowing it. Speaking of Dylan Brooks and people getting in his head and Draymond getting back in his head, Draymond was asked about, hey, how do you feel about Kyrie giving Dylan Brooks his jersey and then walking off before he can get his? And the same response I just had is the same response that Draymond Green had. He just laughed and said, oh, boy. How would you? Let me ask you, Christian, because I know how we feel about the situation. It's funny. Let me ask you this: as an NBA player, you Christian Robinson, your team's number 2 in the West, or number 3, depending on where Sacramento is. Either way, y'all 2 or 3 in the West. Memphis is still number 2.
No, Sacramento's 2. Memphis.
Okay, so
Memphis is still number 2.
You're number 3 in the West. You are a starter for the number 3 team in the West. Your numbers aren't great, but your numbers are good enough to help you win. A superstar exchanges jerseys with you, and when you go to give him yours, he just walks off. How would you feel as an NBA player and as a man?
As a man, I would feel shitted on, disrespected. Take this damn jersey because I took yours, whether you want it or not. The respect, but I mean, that's where these NBA players got to realize nobody wants some of y'all's jerseys. Don't expect somebody to take yours. If you don't want to be embarrassed like that, don't put yourself in that situation. Because I mean, what would Kyrie Irving want to really do with Dylan Brooks' jersey?
I don't know, clean basketballs or
wipe his ass.
Wipe the bottom of his shoes.
Yeah, put it on the court to wipe his feet off before you go do.
So I mean, I could kind of understand Kyrie's thing. Hey, you want my jersey, but I really don't want yours. But he didn't do it no disrespectful way, but it did come off disrespectful. But Brooks put himself in that situation.
Not taking it, Christian. That's disrespect. I don't care how it looked like.
But I mean, he was keeping it real. He don't want it.
I mean, but when you get jerseys from people
like keeping it real goes wrong.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, first of all, you play with LeBron James, and then you probably got 2 of his jerseys from one of the teams at Miami.
Right, that's different.
And then you go to Dylan Brooks. Who?
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm saying who would Kyrie want Dylan Brooks jersey?
Like Kyrie would have took, because Ja was at the game. I feel like he would have took Ja's Amiri shirt or whatever. If Ja was wearing a Goodfellas t-shirt from Target, and he just would have signed it, Kyrie would have took that over. Dylan Brooks, what the fuck are you thinking, bro? First of all, Dylan Brooks is one of the most embarrassing people I've seen all year.
He's making himself look like a clown.
It's been a rough week for Dylan Brooks. It just came out this week that he's been $1,000 this year, and he said it's just paper. How much do you make in a year? $3 million? That's like a third of your salary.
Take because you get the shit glitched out.
Yeah. What did you say, Matt?
Well, I was just saying that it's been a rough week for Dylan Brooks because Kyrie doesn't take his jersey, and then it came out that he's been fined $248,000 this year.
Like, and then think about last week.
How much does Dylan Brooks make in a year? $5 million, maybe. That is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. It's just paper, and now I take back. Maybe that's why you dress so fucking stupid. You can't afford to look better. Like
your wardrobe is going to Adam Silver.
That team is going to be their own demise.
So if I'm Dylan Brooks, why did he not spin it to be funny, to where he could have is it disrespectful? Absolutely, but he could have spun it any fucking way. Like, yeah, that's Kyrie Irving. That's a fucking NBA champion. I'm trying to get like him. I understand that he didn't want my jersey, but I wanted his. His
feelings were hurt. He didn't know how to. He couldn't.
You're a grown man. I don't care about your feelings. I'm sorry.
It's this whole persona he's trying to build because when he first got in the league, he said that he wanted to be like Draymond Green, and now he fucking hates Draymond Green.
Yeah, but that's fake. He don't want that smoke with Draymond. He seen what Draymond do to light skins in the gym. He don't want that fucking smoke. But let's get off of that because Dylan's funny. Let's go to something else that's terrible. MJ's ownership.
Woo!
Michael Jordan is looking to get rid of the Charlotte Hornets. Now I'm gonna be real with y'all. Now I'm gonna let y'all have y'all take. I would have got rid of the Charlotte Hornets the day that LeBron stole the ball and looked at me all the way down that motherfucker and didn't even look at the rim. That would have been the day that I called it quits. We on the market, and I would have took the L. Y'all, nope, not $2 billion. Somebody give me $1 billion for it. Y'all got it. But he's been over there and he's let the dumpster fire just get bigger, and now it's a whole barge. All them boys going to jail. I still don't know where PJ or what's his name? Not PJ, but Miles Bridges. I don't know if he in jail, if he boxing women, beating his kids. I don't know what the fuck they
boxing. He's on a circuit right now.
Yeah, like I don't know. He might be up to fight Javante Davis here next week. I don't know what is going on over there in Charlotte, but it shouldn't. But I feel like this should just make the Jordan argument even more out of reach. LeBron will be 10 times the owner that Michael Jordan is. Mike sucks as an owner. And I think I don't think it has nothing to do with his career. I'm just joking, but I think it's one of those things where, hey, you can be the greatest, just like you said, Matt, about Penny. Hey, Penny might get fired. Jeff Sunday got fired, but he
He
probably
didn't get fired. He just didn't get retained.
yeah, that's
True.
what they call fired in our world. Sorry, we're not gonna bring you back. Yeah, all right, that's fired. But sometimes it just don't transition, bro. Because I can't sit here and say, oh, he ain't got no good business mind. That's fucking stupid. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire, and he invested in private prisons and makes more millions every day. I can't say that he's one of the greatest NBA minds because Michael Jordan. But the shit don't always transition. Case in point, back to Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday is probably one of, if not the greatest center to ever play the game. He top 5, but that shit didn't translate to coaching. And even though he was in a shitty situation, still didn't translate to coaching. We seen him make a lot of questionable ass cues. It's a lot of coaches. Look at now his second stint, Jason Kidd looks way better than first stint Jason Kidd.
He also has Luka.
Yeah, but the same thing. It's a lot of NBA coaches that was coaches and now they just assistants or team liaisons because you really couldn't cut the mark, bro. So I just think, Jordan should have gave this shit up a while ago. Because you think about it. They make it to the playoffs a couple of years just to get smacked by LeBron every time. And then they just come out of contention. You get the number 1 draft, but the market's too small. Nobody wants to go there. LaMelo's there. If he stay healthy, that's a great player to play with, right? Their team, and the thing is, their roster is not sorry. It's just I don't know. I think they need to do another fucking again, become the Charlotte Pelicans and let the Hornets go back to New Orleans or something.
Damn, so what do you do with the Pelicans?
They become the Hornets. Or
flip-flop them?
Or instead of this is what Mike do. Instead of selling the team, he get with Adam Silver and convince him to let him move the team back to Seattle and become the Supersonics again. Just rebrand them all the way over. Ooh. And then there you go, a whole new brand of fans, whole new regime. You can switch it up because something ain't right in Charlotte.
And then Portland moves.
He just ain't a good owner, so he should let it go. Whether he changes the team, the location, it just ain't gonna work. It's because the way I look at it, Jordan. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Christian.
I was gonna say Jordan was a good player, but he never really him and LeBron are two different style players. LeBron's gonna elevate the team. Jordan really never did that with Chicago. He never made any of the guys around him better players.
That's your number one.
He just was, he was a dog. He went and got it. But LeBron, it seems like he elevates wherever he goes. He was with a terrible LA team. He had them somewhat competing. I mean, they weren't in playoff contention, but they were far better than what they would have been without him.
And right now they're better without him.
I mean, think of the players that look that look good that were with LeBron that weren't nothing before and after, like
Kyrie,
Dellavedova, Tristan Thompson.
Hey.
Hell, he had Anderson Varejao looking somewhat decent way back in his early Cavalier days.
See,
Delly's on a number 2 team right now.
This is what I like to say about LeBron.
Right, but I mean, he's just an average guy.
Cole $30 million.
You said what?
LeBron got Norris Cole a $30 million contract.
You
don't even know that. But I don't know, man. His ownership is terrible. Let's not dwell on it. Speaking of something that's terrible, or two things that's terrible, we'll knock them out same time because they injuries. Paul George went down last night and he's out for the rest of the regular season. Real quick, Christian, Matt, how does this affect the Clippers? Because they're 5th seed right now, or the 4th or 5th seed right now.
Hey.
5th, they lose these games and they could be knocking on the play-in.
I think it might be about time Kawhi turns into Kawhi, and then he might just take over the Clippers, and it might happen that way. I mean, Paul George did get Kawhi to make a facial expression the other night when he did the 360 dunk. So Kawhi might have a little spark in him right now because he's out here making facial expressions, which is pretty rare. So,
pretty rare.
The only spark that he needs is that same spark he had in the back of that car with Serge Ibaka. That's the Kawhi they need, and he in the right city. What you think, Christian?
Man, he got a lot of rest over the last few months, so he should be fresh and ready to go. I mean, it ain't no time to show it, but now he's the man. You know, he ain't got that Robin, so go be Batman for us.
What's up, Billy? You?
No, I think Kawhi, for being so quiet and to himself, quote unquote, he's the biggest diva we've ever seen. I think with Paul George out, it doesn't matter what Kawhi does. They still have Russell Westbrook on the team who's going to turn the ball over 100 times. Kawhi's going to be like, why do you turn the ball over? And then just in that same monotone I just had, and then the game's just going to be shitty.
Yeah, because the games they've been losing been like 1 point off turnovers and shit like that. And Kawhi been averaging like 26, 27. So Kawhi can do him. He can do him, but Kawhi ain't never been that, I'm going to go get you 40. And you're like,
well, and so Kawhi fucked up too I think it was last night when they played OKC when he just didn't get the ball off in time.
I mean, last night was kind of crazy. Kawhi got his third tech of his career. Terrence Mann got through out in 30 seconds. I'm really waiting on.
Oh, yeah. What was that tech on Kawhi? It was like he just like walked past the ref and they're like,
he got melee. He got melee at the fucking rim. Still made it, and he just asked the ref like, "Whoa," because it wasn't a lot. He don't fucking talk. So it had to be.
He probably didn't realize how loud he was talking. He's probably like, "I gotta talk to this guy." Oh fuck, where's he at? And then just screamed at him on accident. Didn't know what he was doing.
It had to be something quick. Kawhi his vocal.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know because I know the NFL's doing it where the N-word is a flag. So is the N-word a tech now?
I think I did hear where in the NBA it's going to be a tech.
Yeah, I think it is kind of crazy. In the beep basketball association, I don't know how you can't say beep. Whatever. Like 99.3% of the league is beeps, and you can't say the shit. That's outlandish. Cause, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I could be on the court with some people that look like Billy and Matt, and if I got at least 3 or 4 people out there and I get 5, I'm beep. So I don't know how these dudes, because that's how, I mean, the word ain't that good, but it's a word we use, it's in us. So it's like, how you gonna, bruh, the game's gonna be over in 2 minutes.
Good thing Kevin Garnett's out of the NBA.
That, bro, you know how many times TNT catch shit that I don't think they're supposed to catch? And I'm just like, oh, he finna get, oh, that's normal. All right, man, this sorry, like, come on, bro. And they don't beep it. So, it's just crazy. So, I don't know. But speaking on injuries, Zion's still out, bro. Out 2 more weeks. That's the rest of the regular season. They didn't want to say that. Well, I still want my bet. I want my bet. I just want my fucking Fagos. But
play a couple of games, dude.
It don't matter how many I wanted, but as long as I won. I don't care about how I won. I got there. I got the W. Let me get my fucking drink. Dude.
That's all that matters, huh?
The Pelicans might not make the play-ins, which is good for me and Billy being Lakers fans. Because them and the Lakers, are tied right now, and Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum can't get it done.
Not enough.
They in the hard ass West, so I ain't mad at them. Zion, them 27 points, 10 rebounds, and just being a dominant factor on the court, that shit matter. Look at the Lakers. The Lakers with 6 LeBron points would be undefeated right now since the break. It's just crazy because they ain't been getting their ass blew out. It's been like dumbass, sorry ass day-to-day Davis missing free throws, fouling a 3-point shooter, shit like that. Shit LeBron wouldn't let happen. But let's go to the shit that makes us unhappy in the last NBA topic that we got. It might be trouble brewing up there for that nice little squad they got built in Boston, man. Reports came out, or actually not reports. Jaylen Brown said it himself. I want to be somewhere where I get paid right and treated fairly. That's got to be a shot. I told you last year, Billy, before Matt got on the show and was talking to us consistently, I have been, you know it, before you came, Chris, I've been championing for Jaylen Brown. I said that he was the player that didn't get talked about. Jason Tatum was front running. Jason Tatum a great player, but it's been a lot of games where Jaylen Brown just saved their ass, defended their best player at a high level. Not scared to guard, because I remember watching one game and I was talking to Billy about it. This was last year. LeBron hit the fucking dream shake on Jalen and won the game off a fade. But I think Reggie Miller or somebody said it. It was like, bro, you know, for him not to be the number one, he definitely jumped on the number one on the other team and tried to guard him. Like, yeah, Jason Tatum wouldn't have did shit with that either. He probably would have got dunked on, actually. But for him to do that, and I think what it is I don't think he wants to be nobody's Scottie Pippen. What I mean by that is, hey, Scottie Pippen took a lot of backseat to Jordan's greatness when Scottie Pippen himself is a top 20 player, like top 20 player, but don't nobody talk about nothing but on that Bulls team but Michael Jordan. I don't think Jaylen Brown wants to. Especially after last year, that playoff run he had he was going crazy, bro. Like
crazy. He would have been the Finals MVP.
Yeah, I just don't. I think so. He was out playing Jason. I mean, and that don't make Jason Tatum sorry. Motherfuckers get outplayed every.
He was out playing Steph also.
Yeah,
his team having to win.
Yeah, so he just looked good, bro. So how y'all feel about that? Should he suck it up, stay there, or should he take his talents to LA with LeBron?
Well, if he goes
take his talents to Detroit.
If he goes out there with LeBron, I mean, he's another Robin again. I feel like he's in his best role. Like if you ask me, he's the best number 2 in the NBA. But
Christian, I'm just kind of like you said. I think LeBron though would let him be a Batman. He wants AD to do it, but AD's a bitch.
That's the thing, bro. Like, I feel like, because you said something, LeBron can't be the GOAT while he's still there, but nigga averaging 29 in year 20 is crazy as hell.
Yeah.
I don't think he want to. I don't think LeBron's foot wouldn't be hurt if he wasn't playing 37 minutes a game. But he got because day to day just like, I got me a ring. I'm out, I'm like that. Not no more. Sorry. Like, not no more, bro. AD might have had the biggest fall from grace we've seen in a while from a superstar, bro. Not to get on that, but I don't know. So what y'all think? Like, nobody, Matt, you think he should leave? He stay? He's not going to Detroit, so let's be realistic.
No, I think he should go to a team where he can lead, where he can be the true number one. So I'm trying to think of a team of like.
How many teams got true number one? I can name you Portland.
Portland, you got 2 number 1s.
True number one.
True. I thought you said 2 as well.
Just leading and you don't got no follow-up team like Portland and Milwaukee.
I mean, but that's the thing. What team could you put him on and be like, oh yeah, he could lead them on a big playoff run?
Y'all ready?
I think like a team
Sacramento.
If he was in New Orleans and CJ McCollum.
He's not going to be better than fucking
De'Aaron Fox.
No, that's not the question. The question was lead the team.
Yeah, he's not leading that team.
Yes,
right. I don't think so.
He's been to the finals.
That's a team of good
players.
players.
Done in the playoffs.
Hey, Billy, do this for me. Blow this one up. Blow this one up and do it. Please.
No, not this one. I did it for my top 5. Not this one, because I'm right and y'all are wrong. No, fuck that.
Stand on it then, Billy.
What has De'Aaron Fox done in the playoffs? Oh,
he made it to the fucking playoffs.
Oh, no shit. You know where Jaylen Brown's been? To the goddamn NBA Finals.
But he wasn't the number 1, though. He wasn't the number 1. And hell, you take him and damn Tatum off the team, they still got a good team.
He was better than everyone else in the finals.
That may be true, Billy, but
he had a better playoff run.
They lost, Billy. To be a true number, we done seen a number 1 lead a lot. And what he do? He won them hoes, right? Our favorite player, he won them being the number 1 on a team with good players, right?
Yes, but who was the leader of those teams?
LeBron.
De'Aaron Fox, we have not been able to see if he can lead.
So all right, give me to this
But
year.
they're already.
Give me to this year. They number 2 in the West. If De'Aaron Fox go out in the first round, all right, yeah, okay. We play Sacramento. They go out in the first round, but if he get them past the first round, I don't want to hear that. I need you to find me a better team.
So y'all think De'Aaron Fox would take?
What, Matt?
All I'm saying is off the top of my head, where I feel like he would thrive and do well in Orlando or Indiana. I feel like would be good spots for him.
Shitty teams.
Yeah, shitty teams, but they need that piece. Like they're
right, but I'm saying
they have that team and they could elevate with a player like him.
But that's the only place I could see him being a 1. But I wouldn't say he'll get to those teams and make a push for the playoffs. I mean, there's have a good player.
You know who we forgetting about right now? That ain't got no true number 1 there. He can go.
Who?
Fucking Brooklyn.
Ooh,
yeah.
Shit.
But I said the same thing though. He's not gonna get them deep in the playoffs. He'll just be a good.
They got
good
42 first round picks. Shit, they'll get them
because they're bench. So if you take Brooklyn and add a superstar, they got depth out the fucking ass now, but they don't have any depth now because their depth is playing. But if you add a Jaylen Brown, that's now it's depth. Now,
and then you gotta think about what you can play.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be able to add a Jaylen Brown without removing some of that.
No, he's a free agent after this year.
He's a free agent, and they got 40 fucking first round picks, man. I'm making trade for a first round pick.
But you're gonna lose some shit. You're gonna have 30 first round picks.
For 2 first round picks, I can go get Jaylen Brown, and I could possibly bring Robert Williams over there from Boston with Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
And then with another first round pick, go get me another role player, and then I'm deeper than everybody in the NBA.
All right, see, now we're going too far. I mean,
how though? That's how it works. They literally they suck because they got rid of so much shit, but they got so much shit in return. And that's literally how it worked, Christian. Hey,
you said you will give up what for Robert Williams?
What? No. I said I can go and get Jaylen Brown and Robert Williams off 1 first round pick.
No, the Celtics wouldn't give all that up.
Why would they?
If it's fucking up the locker
room, why would they? Because I mean, like y'all saying, Jaylen Brown is an asset. So they're not gonna give him and Robert Williams, who is arguably one of the.
Let me tell you how I know, and we'll move on to the NFL. Let me tell you how I know the Celtics about business. If they were loyal like that, Ime Udoka would have smacked whoever wife that was in the front office, and we would have never heard about it. They not loyal. They don't give a fuck. That man turned them around, got them to the finals, and they let his ass go for fucking. Come on, bro. Hey, if they was loyal, he would still be there. They didn't fall off, but he would still be there. That's still his team, that's his roster, that's his playbook. Come on, man. Nah.
So we gotta move on. We gotta move on. The Jaylen Brown thing, I circled it, so we know we're gonna come back to this. But we're gonna have to move on to the NFL. So
speaking of time to part, my bad, Bill. I've been feeling like commentating or being, my Kerm.
You're a little less hot. You gotta throw it out there.
You said what now?
You're a little less hot, but
that's fine. I'm more chocolate and sweeter to the tooth.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
And I'm black motherfucker. Hey, but speaking of parlays, on that Jaylen Brown shit, Christian texted me and said, "Man, y'all think it's time to get rid of Aaron Rodgers?"
So, absolutely. I think
me personally, and then I'll let y'all go. I think it's time for the league to force retire this. I'm sick of Aaron Rodgers. He don't win shit. All he do is talk about getting high fake vaccine cards and miss the playoffs. I don't want to see that. I can watch Justin Herbert if I want to watch somebody who throw the ball well and miss the playoffs. Like I can watch him. That's all I got to say about that. Billy, how you feel about it? Because I cut you off.
So I just was gonna say the Jets just traded Elijah Moore to the Browns today, and it's like
sorry, cousin.
But why would you trade probably your second best receiver to someone else if you're trying to get this?
But they also
because Elijah Moore didn't want to be there.
But if you get Aaron Rodgers, you don't think Elijah Moore would have been excited to be there? with Aaron.
No, because he signed Alan Lazard, Mecole Hardman. They have got Garrett Wilson.
Oh, okay, hold on. No, he's good.
And then he just doesn't want to be there. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Like, he can go to the Browns where his quarterback is going to play. He might go to jail at some point, but he's going to be playing the next 5 years.
No, he's done now. It's over with.
Yeah, he ain't going to jail.
Hey, you don't know if he doesn't slip up again.
Slip up because of massage oil. I get what you did.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm sick. I'm honestly, bro, I'm just sick of the whole Aaron Rodgers. Make a move, bro. Bust a move, bro. You know what the fuck going on. Like,
bust a move.
Bro, for real though, you
just bust a move.
The front office in Green Bay, we know for them, we know, I don't know what it is Aaron Rodgers got over them, but when it was time to get rid of Brett, see you to New York. You can go to New York. But now, is it hold up with Aaron? Like, because
4 MVPs.
This is the thing for New York. I think they building something great in New York. And I think if they bring Aaron Rodgers there, the greatness will stop. That's just me, though. I got a homeboy, shout out to my homeboy, Eric Rodgers. He said that Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower of the ball we've ever seen. And that
I believe, yeah.
Yep.
But he is the greatest leader of a playoff game that we've ever seen as well. Wild card game or just getting close to this motherfucker allergic to the second round. So what I'm gonna do, bro? Like, I got all this young talent. I'm bringing in Aaron Rodgers. Not saying he's sorry at all. He's not sorry, but he can't win. He don't fucking win, bro. Hey, it's
the thing about Aaron Rodgers is that, like, he's never his first touchdown to a first-round draft pick was Mercedes Lewis. And Mercedes Lewis was year 17, 910 years old. Like, they got lucky that they struck in the second round on Devontae Adams, or Aaron Rodgers' career would be completely different. They'd give him nothing. Aaron Jones was a 4th, 5th round pick. He turned out to be great. They just got extremely lucky. They didn't put anything into helping Aaron Rodgers the last 6-7 years.
You know who that sound like, Matt?
Who?
Cam Newton. Cam Newton ain't threw to nobody good neither. He still went to a Super Bowl as well. He didn't win.
He went to a Super Bowl, but guess what? His career flamed out because he had nothing.
I know.
But Aaron Rodgers kept himself relevant, winning MVPs with nothing.
Yeah, but he won MVPs and he shouldn't have got all them fucking MVPs, bro.
I mean, his last MVP.
The year that he beat Brady out and Brady went and won the fucking Super Bowl, there's no way he should have won that shit.
But statistically, yeah, he should have won it.
Last year, he shouldn't have won that shit.
He didn't win it last year. He won it 2 years ago.
Wait, yeah, 2 years ago, he shouldn't have won that shit.
He was by far the best quarterback in the league then.
He wasn't. Who won the Super Bowl 2 years ago?
Again, Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl. Should he have won MVP?
You fucking right. Going 11 for 13.
On to the next segment.
11 for 13, Chris. I'm bringing it up every time you bring it up. 11 for 13, 13
yards. Got this on a stick.
Hey, viewers, y'all haven't seen it, but Tonio, you seen the video I sent to the group chat. MVP.
Hey, let me dad this argument too. Y'all gonna listen to somebody say that Odell is a fucking third? Hey, next subject. Next subject.
I think look. So if the Jets, because they're so good, but that's literally like we always throw that team in there like it was Denver last year. All they needed was a quarterback, but the Jets are literally that. You have a Garrett Wilson, fucking ready to go in his prime, like not in his prime, but ready to take off. And I think Aaron Rodgers is about to do something special. I think if they can get to an AFC championship game, but think about the AFC. You got Lamar, Burrow, Herbert, Allen, now Trevor Lawrence, who looks pretty good. That's going to be a hard task. And if he fucking loses in the playoffs, like Tonio's talking, the Jets just look kind of stupid.
Yeah, bro. And then let's go to history just of last year. The Broncos went and blew all that money on a quarterback that they needed, and he got more bathrooms in his house than touchdowns until like the last week. So what if Aaron Rodgers just flailed out? Like, bro, is it? I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know.
Well, this is what I think. I say it's time to part ways with him for Green Bay because these games he's playing is crazy. It's holding you up. holding you hostage. Go ahead and let Jordan Love play. But for the Jets to make the move, I understand why they're doing it, but it's messing up their process. You get a younger quarterback that's bought into the team, grows with
Zach
those
Wilson.
players and receivers, because Rodgers is there just like they're trying to force something that they're not letting it grow.
It's like a
And-
rental.
Right.
Who's to say he gonna like these receivers? We done seen
Right.
Well, they got Alan Lazard, and then if he
Billy.
they still haven't even
He'll
they
be
still
the
haven't even traded
fourth
for
best
him.
receiver on the team.
No, Aaron Rodgers would make him the second best.
But that's the problem. Rodgers is gonna force the ball to him when he shouldn't.
And that shit would
But
take
he
away.
won't.
from
But he
production.
won't though. That's the
That
thing.
would take away from production. And you saying he won't, but we seen him. He had receivers, and he didn't have faith in them, and he was just going to Alan Lazard last year. So,
Like, let's be honest,
The thing is, Alan
Lazard,
Lazard's
and let
never
me
had more than 900 yards, but he always has 8+ touchdowns. He uses Alan Lazard as a tight end, like a safety valve. He never forces Lazard. He's just like, oh shit, I got no one else to go to. Here's Lazard, and he always makes it happen. Like that's what their relationship is,
I don't know.
and that's what it'll continue to be.
but look where he's got him in the last few years.
Well, this year he had
Mine
nobody.
would
He had
be-
Alan Lazard to throw
Wait,
to.
wait.
He had Christian Watson that he didn't want to train with. Romeo Dobbs he didn't want to train with. Like,
No,
you think if he
Romeo
didn't do
Dobbs
that
would
with him,
drop
why would
shit
he
and
do it
not
with them in
listen.
New York? Was
Romeo
that
Dobbs wasn't listening. That's the thing. Romeo Dobbs wasn't taking what he was telling him, and he would run the wrong routes and be like, God damn, like just run straight. And like instead you're doing a comeback and I'm throwing the ball and I look like an idiot now. And I'm a 4-time MVP. Of course, that's like Tom Brady. If you
So then
fuck
what
up,
about
you're not
Christian
gonna be
Watson?
playing with Tom. But Christian Watson, he had the most
He-
touchdowns of a rookie since like Randy Moss this year.
But that wasn't until they had already played half a season. You can't
Yeah,
tell
but
me
it
that.
takes a while. That's like Tom Brady. You put a rookie out there with Tom Brady, he's not going to throw it to him either. You guys
Right,
can't
that's
have this
what I'm
double
saying.
standard
So-
of Aaron Rodgers and
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So now he's going to the Jets and he's going to do the same shit.
It was a
He's
year
not going to
because he's
train the
gonna have a new
offseason.
guy.
when he first came in. Tom Brady was lighting his ass up because we couldn't throw nothing to Julian Edelman. He was dropping the ball. So shut the fuck up, man. Don't talk about the Patriots and our quarterback.
I don't even know what you just said.
Yeah, just know you're wrong. And
All I heard was burp and Julian Edelman.
Aaron,
So, all right, hey, we're gonna do a round robin and we're gonna move on. So, Tonio, the Jets get Aaron Rodgers. Are they going to the playoffs?
nope.
Christian, are they going to the playoffs?
Yes.
Hey, where do they go?
Wild card, losing the wild card.
Matt.
I think they win that division. I don't know where they go in the playoffs, but they win the division because I think we're underestimating how big of a the Bills losing Tremaine Edmonds on that defense is massive, and no one's talking about that. And I think they win the division.
They
And Josh
lost Leslie Frazier as well, right?
Nope, he's staying.
I know. I thought
Okay.
he stepped away.
I thought so.
Something was,
Oh shit!
I thought he stepped
did
away.
Step away.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Billy, what
So
you
they
got?
might take a. But now Miami's got that thing rolling. I don't know if they'll beat Miami out for the division.
I think they might be like the Eagles in 2011 now. It might be too much.
No.
Whoa.
They still have Tua at quarterback. I don't give a fuck what Miami does. I don't care. No, but I think the Jets can get to the second round with Aaron Rodgers.
They might start in the second round.
Aaron Rodgers can't get to the second round.
No, if they get a bye.
That's the only way. And then he'll lose. So,
No, they don't. Yeah. So let's go. Let's move on. I want to listen to some NFL radio. I heard a comparison, and it just really bothered me. So you were comparing Anthony Richardson to Lamar Jackson, and I just heard that, and I was automatically fucking. These guys are idiots. But then I kept listening because I want to listen to idiots. Make me feel better about myself. So I don't know what they were talking about or how that came up, but they were saying his ceiling, they all fixed themselves, and then his ceiling is Lamar Jackson. And I don't see what have we seen from Anthony Richardson other than a broad jump and a vertical to compare him to Lamar Jackson in any which way. They're both
Terrible comparison.
That comparison sucks, but I don't know. I'm with Christian. That's a terrible comparison. We seen him in Florida. Like me and Christian said last week, the tape don't show it to me. Yeah, you had a great pro day. You had all this shit, ran a 40, did that. Okay.
You want to hear the stats?
Yeah.
So 53.8 completion percentage, 2,549 yards, 7 touchdowns, 9 picks, was only sacked 13 times.
That's his season stats.
Yes. So then here's Lamar Jackson's his last year, not his Heisman stat. I picked his worst year. 59% completion percentage, 3,640 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 10 picks. Okay, but he was sacked 29 fucking times. I think this is just the worst comparison I think I've ever heard. If you want to compare him to Cam Newton,
I would say you got to complete 58 or up, at least in college.
You talking about college?
No.
This is college numbers, right?
Right.
Yes.
College.
Yeah,
You
but
can't
that doesn't mean
compare to
shit.
Cam Newton in college.
No, can't. I didn't even. So I looked at Cam's numbers just to make sure. I wasn't even gonna remotely compare that because, whew,
Hell, forget Cam Newton. I would say he's not even better than Terrell Pryor.
Nah.
no. Hey, Terrell Pryor was a dog and one of the nicest guys in the world. I just want to throw that.
I'm just gonna.
You met him?
But,
I don't.
but we went over this before, though. I don't like the comparison between Lamar and Anthony Richardson, but you also can't just go off of a quarterback stats in college because there's so many quarterbacks who are just terrible in college who are good in the NFL or even great in the NFL.
Yeah, but
like it doesn't matter. It's the tools they have
Matt,
and the coaching they get in once they get in the NFL to be molded into that.
I hear what you're saying, but to compare him to somebody that was kind of elite,
No.
that was in the Heisman running 2 years.
No,
But
Heisman wins.
it has to be in
won it.
context, though. Were they comparing him to him athletically? Because there's no other quarterback besides Cam, but he ran a 0.2 faster than Cam in the 40, 5 inches higher. Like, he's much more of an athlete than Cam was. Are they saying he's an athlete like Lamar or a quarterback like Lamar?
The tail of the tape proved that wrong. Cam might have not, numbers wise, might have not been as athletic.
You watch a Cam highlight, he gets caught a lot. You could tell that he's not the fastest guy, but he'll go through you and you don't want to tackle him.
You watch Cam highlight, you see him running through fucking linebackers too.
The projection, that's what they were arguing, was the projection. They were projecting Anthony Richardson to be a Lamar Jackson, an MVP winner.
Well, that's my thing. I mean,
they saw him run a 4.4 and they're like, oh, he can fucking go.
I mean,
look what Lamar.
We saw Robert Griffin run a 4.38.
And he was good until he blew his knee out 4 times in 3 weeks.
He wasn't no MVP. I don't care about
his rookie year. Not his rookie year.
I don't care about what happened to him, Matt. And then we seen Cam Newton's rookie year in the NFL. That shit was.
What was it? Compared Lamar's first, obviously his rookie year, he didn't play much, but his first full season, first full 17 games. Compare that to RG3's, and I'm sure RG3 was a much better player.
No. That year, Lamar won the MVP.
No.
Not his first year.
His second.
Not his first 17 games.
Yeah.
His second year. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm saying their first full season, 17 games. So
I don't think Anthony Richardson. And like I said, we not bashing, and we not bashing you, dog. I want you to be as great as you could be, but
bingo.
I seen the tape. I seen you in Florida. I gotta see something. I ain't finna go look at you in high school. In high school, Billy was a fucking All-American. I don't that shit. Like Billy was Matt Saracen in high school, so I gotta see somebody. I don't like the comparison. The comparison ain't really nobody. Byron Leftwich.
Whoa, that's the comparison.
Terrell Pryor would be the closest comparison
McNabb.
Physical nature-wise.
No. McNabb is not running like Anthony Richardson. And McNabb can throw way better. Hell no.
Vince Young.
Hell.
Vince Young was same as Cam. He was slow. He was just smooth and got. There's no other quarterback the size, strength, speed, jumping ability of Anthony Richardson. That's the reason people are talking about him going number one because there's never been a guy like him before. Terrell Pryor maybe, but he wasn't a great quarterback. He ended up having 1,000-yard receiving season.
But I think they whole different argument. But they did Pryor wrong at quarterback.
Well, he played for the Raiders, but
absolutely. All right, so let's do a comparison maybe we can all agree on. So Bryce Young is Drew Brees.
Yes.
No.
Darren Sproles.
You said what now?
What?
Matt said no. I'm asking Matt why.
Because he's a full 3 inches taller, first of all. And then Drew Brees has 80,000 passing yards. Great quarterback. I would say the closest to Bryce Young would be what was his name? The guy who played for the Patriots in early 90s.
Drew Bledsoe?
No.
Rohan Davis? Yeah.
No, maybe not the Patriots I'm thinking of. Damn, he was like a little scrambling guy, a little short, white quarterback.
Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie?
Doug Flutie.
Okay. I'm not a fan of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Going with the Drew Brees thing. How the fuck Bryce gonna throw for 80K outside the NFL, Matt? What the fuck?
Well, that's the same thing. You guys are comparing some college stats, right? That doesn't mean shit.
We compared those quarterbacks college stats. Lamar won the Heisman and then was the Heisman runner-up the next year. I'm comparing them literally. Cam Newton's numbers were stupid as fuck in college, man.
I didn't even write them down.
But
that's how stupid they
I'm
were.
saying the translation. There's quarterbacks who don't do shit. Like Patrick Mahomes was just a mediocre quarterback with a cannon, and now he's the greatest quarterback in football right now.
But I mean, you could see he had if you watch the Texas Tech games,
the same thing with Anthony Richardson. There is moments where you see it, you're like, damn, he does have it.
But Mahomes didn't have moments. Mahomes was good.
Not every third week.
Okay, but this was his only. How many seasons did Mahomes start to have the consistency?
Bro, Mahomes still would light it up for 360 in Texas Tech every week.
Right.
Like
Mahomes and Baker Mayfield had a shootout against each other.
Yeah, Billy just read.
But Graham Harrell also threw fucking 1,000,000 yards for Texas Tech. Or was it Graham Harrell?
But that was look at the offense he was in. That's a whole different. Like you're going to throw the ball 60 times.
Exactly.
Richardson didn't throw the ball 60 times.
Exactly. He wasn't put in position to do that.
But why wasn't he put in that position?
Because he couldn't throw the ball that many
right.
Because it's the SEC.
What you mean? It's they pass the ball in the SEC now.
Bryce Young has the most attempts in the SEC.
Yes.
So what you talking about?
I mean, anyone can have the most attempts.
Stetson Bennett was throwing that motherfucker too. What are we talking about?
Like, well, all right. Stetson Bennett, that doesn't count for anything.
No, but I'm asking
because he's 100. Yeah, that's true.
No, not because he's 100, but because he's playing on an NFL team and he's just like drops back. He's like, what do I want to do now? Throw it deep. Who am I throwing it to? A 6'10" fucking tight end running a
don't matter, bro. Like Anthony Richardson, bro. Billy read you his numbers. That shit.
Yeah, I get it. He has numbers, but he has flashes where he's good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he had one good game. So see, that's I think that's where I have a problem with it. Is
not one good game. I'm not saying where he put it all together in one game. He has plays where you're like, damn, if we could just get that out of him. That's why he's the prospect where he's at right now.
Blah, 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 from Wyoming. So does fucking get you to from Sacramento State. So does that's
but they don't go to the combine. They don't run a 4.4, 40-inch vertical, a 12-foot broad jump.
John Ross ran the fastest 40 times. The motherfucker can't run a route to save his life.
Okay, but that happens all the time though.
But that's what I'm saying.
Not the fastest 40, but I'm saying yes. There's not been players like Anthony Richardson at the quarterback position at the combine is what I'm saying. And then you guys aren't just
okay.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying he didn't do enough to prove that he should be compared to Lamar Jackson, Cam Newton, any of those guys. Because all you could say is the only argument anybody can have would be he runs like him or faster. What about passing? What about reading coverages? What about winning an award? What about elevating your team?
That's why there's quarterbacks in college who are terrible. But then in NFL, they're good because they get taught that because they're not in a terrible coaching system. Florida's in a constant flux of turnover.
He just had his best coach.
Yeah, he just had his best coach.
I think
just that
is great.
Hey, so Matt just want Miggy drunk. I'm going with Christian. You agree with the Drew Brees to Bryce Young comparison?
No, I don't.
Well,
who do you got?
Both of them from Michigan, so they don't got no sense.
These are my comparisons, by the way. They're not like I was like looking at some film, and this is what I get.
Hey,
I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all see me?
Christian, yeah we can see.
Repeat the question.
Who you got comparing to?
Bryce Young.
Fucking Doug Flutie.
Oh, he did. Say
it's hard because I really can't compare him to nobody. I don't like the comparison to Brees and I don't like the comparison to Flutie. He's in the class by himself.
No, I said Doug Flutie.
Oh, you said
right. I'm saying I don't like either comparison. I guess you put him in the class by himself. I mean, we really ain't never seen nobody like him.
I'm going
Tyler.
I'm interested on what y'all think.
That's disrespectful. And that's who I knew you was gonna say, Matt, and I was waiting on it. I was gonna call you racist.
Well, why else would
Tyler Murray?
why else would Billy compare him to Drew Brees? Because they're short quarterbacks who can throw the ball well. But Kyler is literally 5'10", just like Bryce Young. They're the
But
same
Kyler's
body.
a mobile guy. Bryce is not a mobile dude.
Bryce a pocket passer, bro.
Me and
But
Bryce
he
run the
can be
same
that.
40.
I don't even know.
Hey, don't bring up fucking 40s on the show, you fucking liar.
What do you run, a 4.6?
Who, Bryce?
No.
Yeah. What do you run?
I don't
No,
even. He hasn't ran one yet. I don't
4.91.
think.
Yeah, he didn't even run it in the combine.
Yeah, that's smart because it would have been a 5'6".
He probably would have ran like a
No.
4.8, 4.7.
No.
No way.
I mean,
No.
if you look at him, you can look and tell he can run. He just doesn't. That's not his game.
What did
Like
Stroud run?
CJ
Did Stroud run
Stroud.
40? Because he's faster than Stroud.
I know his pro day was today and he looked awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can see Stroud can move, but that's not his game. He doesn't. He
But I
doesn't
saw him
move.
do it. I saw him do it against Georgia. Who
Yeah.
did Bryce Young run on?
I've seen him run for a touchdown against
A touchdown?
who was it last year?
Auburn? With those shitty
I
teams?
think that's what it was.
Didn't he have the one where he broke the tackle on the sideline and just took it all the way?
No, that
Am I
was
not-
he
am I not
threw
thinking
the
of someone
ball
else?
to a receiver. who
No,
broke
it was against Georgia in the SEC title last year. But then I looked up his stats and he had like negative 91 yards rushing. So he doesn't run the football.
No, that's
Hey,
what
man.
I'm
But I'm saying he looks like, I mean, looking at him,
Hey,
he looks like he can move. He just does. He chooses not
Wrap this
to.
shit up. Billy, who your next comparison, man?
There we go. Okay, sorry. So I got Will Levis is going to be Matthew Stafford. I was hoping that'd get me some.
No, hell no.
Why not?
I just don't see. He ain't got the arm talent like
I can see
Stafford.
that. I can see that he does.
Oh,
I mean, he doesn't
his
have.
deep
He,
ball?
Will
I don't think he.
Levis,
I think Stafford might have 5-10 yards on him, but he still has a cannon.
I think. But that's what I'm saying. I think Levis can get that 5 yards when he
Will
gets to
Levis
the NFL.
is-
So we just saying he can throw as far as him, or he's just as good. He can be as good as a quarterback.
His built, his comebacks, a lot of comebacks for Kentucky were comebacks on the shoulders of Will Levis, and we saw Stafford do that in Detroit every fucking year. He's the best comeback quarterback we've ever seen. The deep ball, obviously, the short inaccuracies, the little dump offs to the running backs are not very put together like Stafford had for his first couple of years. He's not really a dump off guy. And he'll hold the ball like Stafford and just sit there and wait on a lot of shit to happen downfield or a receiver to break some kind of coverage, and he'll hold it and he'll take sacks out the yin yang like a Stafford.
Will Levis is early Atlanta Matt Ryan.
There you go. I was thinking the same thing.
No.
I was thinking the same.
Matt
That's
Ryan's
a
got
better comparison than
noodle
Matt
arm.
Stafford.
Big name receivers, big name offense. He can do it. When they leave, he looks like Matt Ryan.
No. Matt Ryan has never been known
next
for
man,
arm
man.
talent. Matt Ryan's been known to be accurate, but he can't push the ball down the field like
And
Stafford
who
or
the
Will
fuck
Levis.
did Matt Ryan have at Boston College?
I'm talking about NFL wise, man. I'm talking about Julio. I'm talking about come on, man. Sit with
He
the-
damn sure didn't have any help at Boston College.
I was about to say that's what.
Come on, man. I said big name talent. Come on. Who next? Who
Who-
next?
he had a good running back, didn't he? I'm pretty sure Matt Ryan had a good running back then.
No, I think
But that was about it.
Nah,
the running back wasn't even all that thin.
I don't know.
Something
I'm not saying he
Robinson,
was a first-round pick, but he was decent.
Your cousin?
800 yard guy.
Mm.
It was something Robinson.
Next one, bit Christian.
That's it. I think yeah.
I remember that dude.
He was
CJ
all right.
Stroud. So before everyone freaks out, I just want y'all to
Oh, here
remember
we
what this
go.
dude
You better
did.
say Michael Vick or some dumbass shit. Go ahead.
How do you fucking say it? Michael Vick fucking went to a national championship. CJ Stroud is Sam Bradford.
He gonna be hurt.
I have
I
some
can see
player
that.
very similar who I seen comparison to, and I liked it.
Who?
He was compared to Jared Goff, which Sam Bradford and Jared Goff, same guy. I'm not saying Jared Goff because he's a Lions player. Jared Goff and Sam Bradford are like same skill set.
Sam Bradford is an elite scammer, and
Hey, but now think about what Sam Bradford did at Oklahoma now.
yeah, I'm thinking about it. But then I'm thinking about
And he won
how,
rookie of the year when he came into the NFL
I'm
too.
thinking about how his scam techniques was amazing. His whole NFL.
He set the NFL completion record and then got paid.
$80
I
million.
mean, if you set a record,
for 12 years. Hey, I fuck with Sam Bradford. I like it. I'm going with it because CJ Stroud he finna scam somebody out there first
Well,
round.
He's not a better scammer than Albert Hainsworth.
Nah, but Albert Hainward got caught. Washington cut his fat ass.
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford
got
kept
2
getting
new
signed.
contracts.
Yeah.
After St. Louis, he got 2 other fucking.
Yeah. Sam Bradford kept getting signed. He's
Oh
scammed.
no, Jay Cutler.
I like Jay Cutler a lot.
Smoking
Cutler gonna sling that thing now.
A lot of people don't like him, but I like Jay Cutler. I feel like I've seen Jay Cutler on the sideline smoking a cigarette more than once. So I like Jay Cutler. Let's go. Who next, Billy?
That's all I had.
You gotta do one defensive player, bro.
So I was gonna say, Will Anderson is Von Miller.
No.
Nah.
No, am I missing it?
Will Anderson and Clay Matthews.
That's even more terrible than the Von Miller.
Why? Because one's black, one's white.
Nah, because that's just. I need super motor, bro. Like super motor.
Who, the White Freeney? Is that who you want?
Khalil Mack.
No, that's
Khalil Mack.
I think the Von Miller is close.
Khalil Mack is Will Anderson. I'm talking about fresh in the league, Khalil.
But we saw Von Miller dominate the SEC. We saw Will Anderson dominate the SEC. Khalil Mack dominated the fucking MAC. And I love me some MAC Thursdays. He went and played Ohio State and damn near showed out.
But once again, I'm going to the NFL comparisons. Like the NFL, Khalil Mack, fresh in the league, still that's nasty. Especially be from the MAC, bro. That's impressive. What's next, Billy? What's next? We know we'll get lost.
So Jalen Carter will be better than Aaron Donald.
No.
Nah.
I'm sorry, Will.
You think he will, Billy?
No.
What? Because he got a body on him?
Well, he
got Matt's girlfriend on him.
What?
All right, Matt.
What?
The racing when the people come on, man.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. I wish.
No, just looking at the film, man.
R.I.P.
I'm going to hell. No, I'm saying like the motor, the way. So like if you look at a lot of film where what Aaron Donald was doing at Pitt, he was in way more coverages than we're ever going to think about Aaron Donald being in a coverage because he's such a great pass rusher. But Georgia asked Jalen to do a lot of stuff, and he was in some coverages. We saw him like he wasn't just a bull rush. He also had a lot of finesse in some of those rushes too. And it's just like watching the film, I like the pick. And he's gonna go to a team because he's gonna fall for all the shit going on. He's gonna go to a team that's not that bad.
Number 6.
You want to know why that he doesn't come close to Aaron Donald?
Why is that?
Because you tell Aaron Donald, like, hey, you have the combine, you have your pro day, you have whatever, you have a fucking bar mitzvah. You tell Aaron Donald he's got to do something, he's going to be the most motivated, hardworking person to get there. Jalen Carter, combine, doesn't do it. He's like, can't do it. I'll do it at my pro day. Goes to his pro day, he's fat, out of shape, doesn't even finish it, has an asthma attack. Like, what the fuck, dude? You've had 3 months. You've had 3 months to prepare.
The guy has an asthma attack and you're killing him, Matt? Jesus Christ, dude.
You've had 3 months. 3 months to prepare and then have like some court cases in between to just work out, and you can't even finish a workout at your pro day? Get the fuck out of here. Like, you might be good in the NFL, but you're not going to be Donald that kind
practicing Rochambeau with knives and shit.
I'm with Matt.
And this dude can't even slap a fucking dummy bag without having an asthma attack. Like, where's my inhaler? He needs a can of corn. He'll be fine.
Can of corn, I'll be fine.
Yeah. He might be good, but he's not going to be Aaron Donald.
Billy, no, we vetoed. We vetoed that one.
That's okay. That was a bad pick, and that's okay. I'm going to still ride with it. I'll be wrong. I've been wrong 100 times. I'll be wrong again. But I know y'all are going to like this one.
No.
The setup sells it wrong. So
Devin Witherspoon, right, from Illinois.
And
don't say Ramsey.
Marshawn Lattimore.
No. He's going to be –
nope.
I can't even say anything. He's going to be J.C. Horn, man.
Who?
J.C. Horn. Who the Panthers took last year?
That's fair. That's fair.
I see more Marshawn Lattimore just because, like, the way they play. Like, they're like Marshawn Lattimore might be a little bit bigger, but they play the same way. Like, Devin Witherspoon is like barely 5'11", but he plays like he's fucking 6'3" out there. He's just hitting people.
I'm gonna do something that I never do.
Hmm.
I'm gonna agree with Miggy. I'm gonna agree with Miggy.
I like it.
Hopefully he doesn't get suspended as much, but hanging out with Kamara.
You know, Marshawn, he probably should just never play the Buccaneers. I think, like, just play your 15.
Mike Evans lives rent-free. As long as he doesn't have a wide receiver that lives in Devin Witherspoon's fucking head, he'll be fine.
All right, man. I think this was a great show. I love doing the NFL last, I think. I think that was the way to go. That might be our new way to do the show.
NFL is king.
And we can always open with Christian's Corner. I'm cool with it.
Look at Christian trying to sell himself. That's what I'm talking. Yeah,
Christian
every
in
week.
the middle of the screen.
No, we got to start. My bad, dude. I totally forgot. So next time, Christian, you're going to be fucking – it's all going to be you.
Okay. That's cool.
Didn't even think about it because it was just so weird how we started off. But
full court press with Christian.
Oh,
dang, that's the new name. I like that. Full court press with Christian.
That's
new name.
That's literally dumb as hell.
Tony was just mad because he came up with Christian's Corner. And that was just like, fuck him.
I mean, because full court press is only basketball. Christian ain't asked to.
No, because if he's got the full screen press, I don't know.
Hey, I can go get you 20 a night now.
That's good shit. All right. This has been episode 55, man. We really appreciate you guys listening. Like, share, subscribe. We're doing things a little different, having a little good time. What's it called? Our ink blot? What's the picture on YouTube where it's the picture?
Thumbnail.
Our thumbnails are getting better. We definitely are taking your it's God's thumbnail.
Ink blot is funny as fuck.
I didn't know what it was called.
Ink block. I like it.
So
we're a couple of squids.
Christian isn't saying some crazy shit like Odell's a number 3. So show's just getting overall better and better and better. We just got to hit the share button a bunch of times. And Antonio's trying to get us some NFL players to get on the show.
But yeah, I am, man. Y'all stick with it, man. We're gonna have a good rest of the year.
We don't want no scrubs on here now. They better fucking play.
Odell ain't playing for us.
I love it. That's it.
All right, now we got to get off. All right, hey, we appreciate it, man. Thanks, y'all.
All right.